Hi, and welcome to episode 8, I think, of Bookish Time with Jenny. I'm Jenny, librarian at Carnegie, and today I want to talk about my favorite Christmas book. Hence, I'm on location at my house and wearing my festive Christmas sweater. And there was a handful of books I was going to talk about, but it's close to Christmas and most of them were checked out, so you couldn't get your hands on them anyway. So I decided to talk about a classic. And it also fits because I gotta show you something. Look, there's my cat who, before I hit start, had walked right in front of the camera. But I want to talk to you today about Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Well, it starts off at Christmas is one of the reasons. I mean, it might not be like 100% a Christmas book, but it starts off at Christmas. And I have memories of, that's going to date myself, Christmas, like 1995, Christmas Day, I went to see the Little Women movie with Winona Ryder. This is actually the movie tie-in edition for that one. But I also wanted to point out, I found this copy in the clearance section of a book, and it really has an inscription from somebody's mom and dad, and they sold their copy of the book. But I don't know if any of you have tried to mail anything, but the post office is currently 2 to 3 weeks behind schedule, so I think a lot of people will not be getting their Christmas presents on time. So one of the reasons Little Women popped in my head is because the first line is, Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents. Because I just feel bad because there's little kids that aren't going to understand why they're missing some presents, or why all of a sudden 3 weeks into January they get more. I don't know. But I mailed a couple things December 1st and it took 2 weeks. But I try every year to reread this, and I fail most years, and I didn't reread it this year. But since I don't really have Christmas plans, maybe on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, maybe I'll read as much as I can. It's kind of small print, so it's a really long book, because you got to be careful, because sometimes you only, it was originally sold as 2 volumes. So if you're reading a really old edition, you might not have the complete story. And one time I read it for a book club, and this one woman realized the edition she'd been reading her whole life was abridged. It was kind of funny. But I'm English, or I was an English major, so it's hard to, I don't know how many people actually know the story of Little Women, but it's about 4 sisters. Their dad's off at war, and their moms, trying to run the household, keep everybody together. And I always forget, I think it was the 1800s. So, it's a classic. It takes place in Concord, which I've always wanted. In her house, the author's house, which is where Little Women is set, is still standing. I would like to go someday. But it's just a nice family story. And there is, not really controversy, but some people don't like who ends up with who, but I have a confession. I like how the book ends. That could be, those are fighting words around some people. I like who ends up with who. And there's a modernization movie, which my branch has, which means, modern day set Little Women. There is, I forgot her name and I meant to grab the book. There's a book out now called Meg and Joe by Virginia something. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. And then she has another one coming out called Beth and Amy, which, if you've read Little Women, we all know what happens to Beth, so I'm wondering if it happens in that modernization series, the book series, the movie series. I won't ruin that for you. It's not really a movie series, it's one movie, but... So yeah, there's a modernization movie, and then there's some current modernization books. So, which, sometimes it's easier to start out with the modernization if you're not really that into classics, because some of them are really faithful, and it's like 90% the same story, just the setting's different. But so I will tell you real quick, I also recommend Christmas Charm by Terry Wilson, if you can get your hands on it. That is a Hallmark book. Did you know Hallmark publishes books now? And some of them are actually original. They're not based on a movie. Some of them are actually based on movies. But there is a whole line that is not. Currently, Christmas Charms is not a movie. This is my youngest cat. He's almost 1. And he's going through the, teenage years. I don't know. He's ornery. But, and then In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, which my book club is actually discussing. It's virtual. Saturday. And it's possible. Okay, Christina Lauren is 2 women. It's Christina and Lauren. It's possible that one of the authors might be attending. So that information's on the library calendar. You can see how to sign up because, like I said, it's virtual. All of our programs at the current time are virtual. But let me know if you read Little Women. Hopefully you love it. I do know a few people that don't, but not all my friends are classic. I don't read all the classics, but like I said, I have an English degree. But I don't know. That's all until next year.